Okay, I guess we are live now. A very good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Can you acknowledge in the chat box? Okay, great. So, guys, today's topic is something like related to now analytics, and I hope this is the actually more objective of our program, this bootcamp, data analytics with Python. So, on that, what else to understand? We have completed the Python topic in the last 3 days. We would like to understand about the analytics now. So what are the opportunities we have there and how we can cover those topics? Let's start that one. And here it is. So I'm sharing the PPT. Can everyone acknowledge whether the PPT is visible to you or not? Is it visible to all of you? Is the PPT visible to all of you? And I guess like most of you have seen this type of circle. Okay. So what includes in some other circle? What is the linkage between that AI, ML and DL? And how data science is actually integrated all of them? You must have witnessed that circle, but let me explain you. What is the purpose? Like why such circle exists in the database on every internet platform or every blog? What is the link between them? Let me explain you that stuff. So if we decide for artificial intelligence, actually it's not like AI versus the whenever someone says question that we would like to understand AI versus ML versus DL. So there is never question like that. It is not versus. We are not comparing any one of them. Actually, AI is nothing but your how it can build a machine which can mimic human behavior, which can mimic like human. That is the purpose of your AI. So it's like your robot, your Sophia as the best example. So based on understanding of the data that it has at the back end, it is able to build the algorithms. It is able to recognize your face, doing the sentiment analysis, understanding the behavior. So whether you're happy while she is answering, or you are angry, you're concerned. So those type of face expressions it catches up and tries to very beautifully gives the answer that makes you happy. Ultimately, all the objective of all the robots AI is to help or provide better service to the customers. And I think that is the model of every business company in India or in outside India. Everyone would like to have that can convince customers, that can make them or have a happy experience. That is it. Similarly, artificial intelligence is actually built to make human behavior, so that in the absence of any human, how a robot can be treated. So best example is Sophia or your driverless cars you have. So in the absence of a driver, how a car can be driven from place A to B. So again, it is an act of artificial intelligence. But how it has become artificial intelligence? How it is thinking of its own? It's by working on data, and building algorithms around it. There are hundreds of algorithms available that can make tasks easier for our deep learning to work on. So hundreds of machine learning, deep learning algorithms are available. On that, it works on and tries to understand what is the pattern, how it can respond in the best efficient way possible. So this is what AI is. It is not AI versus ML versus DL. No. AI is a combination of how you are building the logic at the back end by applying machine learning and deep learning algorithms to give you the best experience to the end user. That is the best definition what you can have. It's easier to go and easier to digest for others also. I hope it is clear. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Keep commenting in the chat box. Let's others see. Now the next question comes. If AI is that one, then what is exactly ML and DL? So ML is specifically when you're working on algorithms. When you're working on algorithms, so how you're getting the data. So mostly the data that you have is in the form of tabular data only. You have rows and columns. Columns like this and rows, the horizontal ones. And in those rows, if you have defined that labels of the table. So for example, I have a data set in which I would like to understand the price of my stocks and what things we have in stocks, what is the volume of stocks available, and how much old is the company. So years we have. Based on that, I would like to predict the price of the stock for particular company ABC. So you know the labels volume. Volume means how much stocks we have in the market. Years, how many years is the company residing in the market, and price. We have these things. So when the data with such information is available to all of you, then deciding on what is the type of output column, because I'm able to predict my price. This is my prediction what I will be doing. So based on understanding a data type, whether it is numbers or category, numbers like the price of a stock, let's say 100 rupees, 500 rupees, categories like whether the price of the stock will go up or down. So depending what is the data type of the output column, we define our algorithm. So if the name is available to all of you, if the column names are available to all of you, that is if you have labeled data, then you go with supervised machine learning. Supervised machine learning. But if you have unlabeled data, unlabeled means the same tabular data you have and the column names are not available to you. For same stocks data, you are feeding the system like A, B and C. So what is the meaning of A, B and C? You yourself don't know. So you take the help of the algorithms to understand the pattern, to understand the mathematics behind it and give us the result that on the basis of correlation between these columns, it will group the rows. It is going to group the rows and certain types of clusters are being made out. At this moment, it will be tough to understand, but we're not going for machine learning. It's a data analytics. So I will be going for the applications of pandas and numpy. Okay. So unlabeled data, whenever we have, we go for unsupervised machine learning. And then we have the third type, which is reinforcement. So here we don't talk about the here we never talk about these things, the tabular data, that is structured data, unstructured data. We would rather focus on what is the it's like a child. Whenever you go send a child to some environment, how he learns in that environment, like playing a game of chess or like learning how to play polo, how to go for bowling. So we have artificial robots available. I think you must have witnessed the same thing in your real life. We have Boston Dynamics robots where we are having running dogs. So how a normal robot they have designed in the form of dog. how it is going to behave in some environment. So it has to learn by itself. So for that type of machine learning, you define the environment where it has to work. After it has understood the environment, you tell him that if you play by the rules, I'm to give you a reward. And if you don't obey the rules, I'm going to give you the punishment. And once such algorithms you are defining, that reward and punishment, giving some environment, you can search online. There will be something like environment, agent, reward, and punishment. And they will explain these four concepts. What are these? So once you have that type of environment, you are going for reinforcement learning. This is the types of machine learning. Then guys, we have deep learning also. So what is deep learning? So deep learning and machine learning, there is one significant difference. Deep learning can work on a lot of features, a lot of features. And here machine learning fails. Machine learning don't know how to run on these vast number of features. So as an example, you have large number of features available in images, your videos, your text, your speech signals. So best example what you have all seen in your real life. Alexa, your Google Mini, or your Siri. We have those examples here. So it is working on the deep learning, that how from the speech, how I'm communicating with you, but it is able to retrieve the information from that thing. So that is its own skills. How it is doing? Only with the help of these deep learning algorithms. So we have certain deep learning algorithms here also. Just giving you an example, we have CNN, RNN, we have autoencoders. NLP is a type of machine learning also and deep learning also. It can come both ways depending on the data set that you're working on. Okay. I hope you like this one. The self explanation what I'm doing right now. And then comes the data science. Data science, don't be mistaken, data science is not a broader domain that is going to contain each one of them. It's not data science. Data science is actually the mathematics, how each of the algorithm works behind it. Your statistics, matrix operations, linear algebra, and your what we have differentiation, integrations. These are the mathematics that you have. So how you are going to work on the algorithms, the output that it is going to create, on which as a programmer you are going to analyze the data. This is the purpose of the data science. So once someone says you understand data science, this means he takes you for granted that you know statistics and mathematics. Okay, it's a lot more deep, so you have to keep up the challenge. If you're going for data science, you have to learn these skills. So this is the theory of this circle. If anywhere you like it, please give a thumbs up, and you can like this particular video if you are watching it and you think like it's self-explanatory and you have learned something today from this particular slide. Please give a thumbs up, or you can like the particular video. Let me also watch after this how many likes I'm getting. Okay, so you can take the screenshot or just scroll back a few seconds back to understand what we have done. Now next thing, because you have enrolled in this particular bootcamp, data analytics with Python. Why you have enrolled in this one? It's just a bootcamp, and we know like there's a lot of knowledge to be taken. But why you have joined? So I'm going to help you. That will make us differentiate from this bootcamp. This is my personal idea. What I would like to keep it up. It's not related to bootcamp. It's related to your job. I think you understand. You know, would like to have a job in this particular thing, and as a beginner, you would like to understand what skills to master to get a job in that particular field. So we have few fields available. Let me explain you the skills that you require, guys, and that is going to perfectly help you out in the later jobs. So first is analytics. So if you are looking forward to go as an analytics, maybe somewhat like data analytics or HR analytics, something as business analytics. We have nowadays customer analytics also. There are certain 100 domains available. Technology analytics. I myself is seeing that these type of analytics are coming up. So there is a thin difference between machine learning engineer and analytics, because persons who are from commerce or different parts of engineering background, maybe chemical or mechanical, they are also looking forward to how to grow a career in this field. Okay, so let me tell you the skills that you would require here. So guys, you would have to understand how at least one programming language. So it can be Python, which I prefer. You can also take R and Java. Then you have to have, after this programming language, understanding of database. So Oracle database. So you can go with SQL and NoSQL, and then target the industry. If you're looking forward to upgrade yourself analytics, first understand what industries you're looking forward. So with respect to that industry, start preparing. Then after understanding this programming language, the database, have the visualization thing also. So visualization you can do with Python, which are going to teach by tomorrow mid half. But if you're looking forward to third party, you can go with your Power BI or Tableau. So you can cover these things. If you're looking forward, along with that, you have to understand how to perform the analytics using your Python. How to do analytics using Python. So we require machine learning algorithms for not algorithms, but machine learning libraries. Example is Numpy, Pandas. We have to master these libraries in order to perform analytics. How to retrieve the information from the data set, because we also don't know what information is contained. So we try to define the first how to get the statistics. Like basic examples is the central tendency, mean, median, and average, or mod, or correlation, covariance, that terms. Then you go a step ahead to understand the binomial distribution, histograms. So for that you need to perform the analytics. It can be the case you would like to group by, make a pivot table. So all those things can be done using Python. So you have to perform that thing. But if you know the algorithms also, maybe basics of algorithm, it's like a cherry on cake. Okay, it's like a cherry on cake that will actually give a heads out on your particular profile. The next we have machine learning. After learning all these things, if you like to go forward to machine learning engineer, then after learning all these things, you have to learn machine learning algorithms. For in that we have supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning. In unsupervised machine learning, you can go for 3 to 4 algorithms. In supervised machine learning, we have around 12 to 15 algorithms to be covered. Minimum 12 we have. And after learning these things, understand how the answer model is giving. What is the mathematics behind it? So again, for that, you need to understand actually the maths. And as a responsibility, I teach those mathematics derivation, how algorithms work at the back end. I solve those derivations with a hands-on experience. I never leave that thing behind. But it's up to you if you would like to join a batch where I am teaching. And statistics you have to understand. So all those algorithms, statistics, maths you have to understand with these skills, then you can become a machine learning engineer. The third type is deep learning. So if you're looking for deep learning, I'm giving you the best explanation. Define your niche, where you would like to grow. Define that area. So your area can be in the images also, or can be in the signal or speech. So if you are looking for going for image processing, you please understand the theory on CNN, convolutional neural networks. And if you're looking for time series type of data, this is time series data. Even this video is also time series. Okay. So image, you can go with CNN. For video, you can go with RNN. If you're looking for text also, which is in the form of images only, if a specific domain is the text analytics, you can go with NLP. NLP plays a role in your speech signal also. In speech signal, you also have RNN because it's a time series data. You can also go with autoencoders. Autoencoder is just like compression. Compression, or it's like a supervised, unsupervised machine learning, a replica of unsupervised machine learning in deep learning. And rest all of them is a replica of supervised machine learning. These are the supervised methods, and here it is the unsupervised method. So now I have defined you all the algorithms that you can take, but define your niche. Okay. So satisfied? If you like this one, please give us a thumbs up and like this video. Let me see like how much likes I'm getting if you are satisfied with this explanation. Okay, thank you, thank you. Voice detection, which niche? I think your voice detection is again niche that is falling under NLP only. A detection part, na? It can fall under NLP or RNN. Now the next slide also which we have prepared is not for this particular bootcamp. It's a general one which we explain for every bootcamp. Now it comes like what is your future? You would like to grow the future, and which field you would like to grow the future? Because there are certain hundreds of jobs available right now. Just go into the browser and search that I'm looking forward to as a Python developer. Then hundreds of skills will be mentioned. You have to learn the database. You have to learn the Flask also for website. You have to learn Django, maybe some machine learning algorithms. Along with that, there are hundreds of things they will write. I'm going to give you one specific thing. On the basis of that, you can understand when you can go and apply for a data science executive, the executive or analyst profile. So beginners, which we call the package in India. I'm sorry, but the package in India is around 4 to 8 lakhs for that, based on your experience. Going forward to machine learning engineer, it's a higher designation, and for that, if you have somewhat work experience, that it is much highly appreciated by the industrialists. If you don't have that, of course, you have to work a lot harder. And the average salary in India is around 6 to 10 lakhs for machine learning. This is a hard truth. Okay. I'm not going to hide anything that you're going to reach 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. If you are studying from top colleges in India, IITs and NITs, then of course, that is your benchmark. When you're 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, you deserve that thing. But as an average college, you're just learning skills. And even if you're not thinking of getting certification in Python, what I'm telling you, Microsoft certification, then the average package will be in this range only. You have to get some certification which is globally recognized. The last is data scientist, which is the hottest trend of 2020, 2021. It is will be till 2025, because after that, every college will say, not even every college, the government companies will say that having a degree, a minimum graduation degree in the same domain is mandatory if you would like to get a job in the same field. You are at the right track, you can learn right away. But if you're delaying it, then you're delaying your career, guys. So please be prepared and start doing right away, immediately. Don't wait anymore. So what is the path? First is maths and stats. How much maths and stats? That is my responsibility to define. Depends what job designation you are going forward. If you know programming languages, maybe Python, R, Java, Julia, these things, you're good to go. Database, SQL, NoSQL, MongoDB, SQL Server, it comes under SQL only, MySQL. So you have to define your thing how you would like to understand it. But yes, knowledge of database is highly appreciated. Machine learning algorithms, in which you can cover supervised machine learning algorithms, unsupervised machine learning algorithms. So after that, you're good to go to apply for a job like data science executive, data analyst. This is the beginners. Your salary package will be 4 to 8 lakhs. In India, as a fresher, without any certifications, it will be 3 to 6 lakhs. If without any degree, 3 to 6 lakhs. Without any experience, 3 to 6 lakhs. But if you have something, minimum 4 to 8 lakhs you can have. Learn the deep learning also, but it is again defined by us how much deep learning it is required, because now you have to upskill yourself a lot. And if you learn visualization skills, there it lies your Power BI and Tableau. You are good to go to apply for machine learning engineer in India. In outside India, I think 80% of the same thing is required. But in India, everything is required. In India is more of the population, less of the jobs. More of the skilled person, less of the jobs. So if you're not staying away from the crowd, you're not having any certification or degree, I'm sorry, my friend, you are lagging behind. Update yourself fast. In schools, Python is being introduced, so you are already lagging behind. If you would like to go ahead with the school students who will master the Python in their first or second year in the college, you have to go ahead. Learn something which they have not learned actually. Okay. Last but not the least, if you look forward to big data analytics, learning PySpark here, which I know relatively, Hadoop, and other things also. Hive is also there, and Pig is also there. Depending what domain you're going in, you can have and learn cloud computing. So cloud computing is like AWS, Azure, or your Google Cloud. So these things you learn. And here also one more thing you have to learn, deployment. So you can deploy using on the desktop applications you can deploy, or the website application, web development. Then you can go with beginner's profile. Okay. So after that, you have learned all these skills, you are good to go for data scientist. And believe me, this entire journey is around minimum 2+ years, because here it requires experience. A minimum of a few years of experience it is required there. So you can good to go to start with data science executive, learn some skill like Python, Microsoft certification, Cisco certification, and then go for it. So how is it? Like the explanation? I've given you a precise, a very best path which are not available online, with very rigorous study, rigorous analysis with respect to thousands of participants which I have taught personally. I've gone through and understood this path. So even in my own company in the HRs, they actually has witnessed this thing. So I hope this will benefit you one or the other way. Okay, if you like this one, please again give a like to this particular video today. I would like to see if you're satisfied with my presentation and skills. Okay, thank you, thank you. Please like this video, and I will see later on like how much I have got. Okay, thank you, thank you. The last thing before we can go with the Numpy, the program structure what the code scholar is providing. This is called as data science structure, and it has a minimum of 4 months will be taking up. 4 months of your time will be taken up for to cover all these things. And this is a comparison which they have done. I would like to highlight that most of the other institutes, wherever you go, no matter you go to the highest one also, they will always give their own certification. Maybe it is ISO certified, that is fine. That maybe it is certified by the other colleges they have tied up, that is also there. But yes, guys, Microsoft is no one is providing. Being a Microsoft distributor, we have a great approach, and we have seen students who are actually changing their curriculum, changing their course, changing their job designations. SQL, it's okay. It's a normal. Statistics is there, but how much in depth? I don't know about others. We go with the in-depth statistics. Data structures we provide, but others mostly don't provide if you're going for data science course. Machine learning, around 20 algorithms we cover in supervised and unsupervised machine learning. But on an average, what we have seen, other institutes are covering around 8 to 10 algorithms only. Deep learning, we are also providing, some others also provide. Data analytics, maybe they are providing. They would directly jump after this Python learning to machine learning. So how to do the data analytics? This is our responsibility, which we teach to every beginners available. Resume preparation, this is again our responsibility. We would like to prepare you go for the job ready. You should be job ready. Even if you're in plus 1 year, plus 2 year, you should take this course because micro certification you can have as of now, and it is lifetime. You can keep it. You can, after this certification, you can crack other exams also like Cisco. Cisco is in lakhs. So if you have to prepare, you have to prepare and spend a lot also. So Microsoft is in thousands only. The cost which I have shown you is around 3600 for the Microsoft paper. But wait, I will show you like how much cost the institute is taking, because they are the distributor of Microsoft. One-to-one interview from the industrial specialist. So the institute has tied up with me. I'm working in the company. They are tied up with different other persons who are working. So they're going to align the interviews with respect to the corporate peoples. Projects, 18 to 20 projects will be covered, including your Python projects. How to make a live working project using Python only. And then going forward, how to go with your hackathons and data projects. But on others, what we have seen, they always go for hackathons. They have never covered Python projects. Only data sets and live projects they take. That I witness. If your data science program, they will cover the projects, but not the Python projects, guys. Letter of recommendation, it comes. So if you are being taking a project, who will witness that you have done a project? The institute that will provide. That's fine. But along with that, the mentor name should be available. Who is providing? His own message should be available that you have done fine. What was your score? What was your average? So on the basis of these schemes, we provide the certification to you. If you pass the exam of Microsoft, you will get the certification. If you cover the whole program with us, you're going to provide the TCS certification, the code scholar, what we mean here. You will have letter of recommendation. You will cover the projects. You will have interview preparation. You will have resume preparation. So all of these things will be covered. And that is also at amazing low cost. You can connect with them. The institute is there. I think the cost is around 12 to 15,000. But for this whole course, as of now, in June and July, they are providing at flat 5,000. Only for this June and July. The next batch is going to start from 1st July. So we are, and only 100 seats will take it up. So I think we have already covered a few registrations from the previous batch. The count has fallen to 70 around. So I hope like those who are there. So from 1st July, I will be personally taking that batch. Timing will be around 7:30 p.m. evening batch, weekdays. So you can cover here. So come along. The institute will share the curriculum with all of you. They have the particular PDF. I don't have it. I just know the topics what we need to cover, and it's around 4 months. It is going to take it up to cover all the projects, to give you the in-depth knowledge. And alone Python is 40 hours program. Alone Python. Even if you don't look like you are thinking like data science is not my cup of tea as of now, that is fine. Go for Microsoft certification. The cost of it is 2500, flat 2500. They are not earning anything. They are just giving us, and they are just paying the mentors to get clear the papers. So we are help thousands of students to get clarification on these papers. So they are going to share the curriculum with all of you, or they will share the link you can download it from. But only if you are looking forward for Python Microsoft certification, that cost is 2500, where we are going to teach you all Python. Along with that, we are going to prepare you for the exam. So you're going to pass it and you will get the Microsoft certification lifetime. But if you're looking for along with the certification cost, which was around 3600, you're looking forward to have these things also. So it's just around 1500 more. You can pay us and you will get all this knowledge in a 4 months. And someone is writing recording is available. Yes, of course. A recording will also be available, guys. Timings will be around 7:30 p.m. weekdays. The batch is starting from 1st July. I will personally taking that particular batch, but after that, I think some other mentor is there. So my batch is going to end on 28th or 29th of June, the current one, which starts at 8 p.m. So from next week, 1st July, I will be taking at 7:30 p.m. So I'm looking forward that all of you join that batch. And yeah, that's it for this side, guys. Huh. Now coming back to the one, oh yeah, I also kept something more. So here I have taken my own information. Every mentor has his own information. I've taken the classes in IIT Madras also. I've taken the classes other colleges which have been acknowledged in the newspapers. I work for the faculty development programs. This is the faculty development program in Delhi, which I have personally taken. It was on machine learning only. I have gone to others institute also, taking their batches for faculty development programs. They are the HODs over there. And RIT Roorkee I have also went through to take the faculty development program on machine learning. So there are thousands of programs I have taken, thousands of students I have taught on the same machine learning, AI, and Python. But this institute is providing more information. They are giving with Python Microsoft certification, which I think I personally have not seen. They are providing Python Microsoft also, which is lifetime. So I welcome all of you to come into the batch and work on that thing. I've taken students batches also on 100 different platforms, different colleges. This is from specifically your, I think in Lucknow, some college. I forgot the name in Lucknow. And these colleges are in Delhi only. This is YMCA. The whole boot camp I have taken in YMCA, hands-on session while in the auditorium. And this is Aligarh University, AMU, where I went through. I think who is from Aligarh, they can recognize who is the faculty. Okay. So there are hundreds of programs I have taken. I welcome all of you to come along with my batch, and I can guarantee my 100%. Then I'm not going to fail any one of you. You're going to get these certifications, and I'm going to pass you in the exam. But the inspiration that I have got is from these school students. This I need to tell you, like someone has to have the that inspiration, motivation. Like why you would like to take this batch? Why machine learning? Why data science? So it was in 2019 when I've taken this students batch, and that was a life-changing moment for me. And then I started teaching it as a passion. So it's a highly emerging field, and this is 2019, and I think they have now excelled a lot. They were doing Python, but now in 11 they were having that introduction to machine learning also. They are taking classes from online other platforms. So this is the motivation for me why I am teaching. I hope you also find the right motivation. Which industry you would like to work on? Maybe Google, some other domain, and you get best one. I hope you all get the best one. Okay, so let us start our NumPy here. Hmm. So I hope the screen is visible to all of you. So guys, I will be giving you the information on NumPy a little bit, not much because of less time. And but the file is available to all of you in the GitHub only. You can see here we have the institute has kept the NumPy today only. And for that again, open the Google Colab, copy the link from here for the NumPy, open the NumPy and copy the link, put it under GitHub. Done. And here is the NumPy. So you can start NumPy, start building on this. But let me tell you one thing. If you're going for data analytics, so for data analytics, you need to perform the complex mathematical operations. For complex mathematical operations, we have to understand central tendencies, matrix operations, multiplications on list, so which is like one dimensional array, a multiplication on matrix, which is two dimensional array. So how to perform the multiplication on them? There we need NumPy. It is like a father for all the mathematics libraries. So when Python was an open source, the person who were designing the Python at that time, they had these things. They had these things like to perform mathematics. But then it became an open source. So people started making some business model how they can make a one library which you can actually cover, on which it can perform all the mathematics operations. This NumPy is an external library. It is not installed in your Python. How to install it? So you're using Google Colab, there it will be there. But if you're working on Jupyter, Jupyter or PyCharm, so for Jupyter, install a library. So I would request you to please install the libraries like NumPy. If you're using some local system, NumPy, then you have Pandas, you have Matplotlib, you have Seaborn. Install this. I will explain what is the purpose of this library. To install on Jupyter, Jupyter, not Jupyter actually, via Jupyter. So how you can install via Jupyter? By using this one, exclamatory take install library name. So library names I have written above: NumPy, Pandas, Matplot, and Seaborn. So exclamatory sign and then run it. How to run it? Shift enter. This is for Jupyter. So Jupyter is present in your Anaconda. But if you have any of the other things like PyCharm, or you're working with only Python ideal, you have Sublime Text or VS Code. So for that, you have to open the CMD, which is command line prompt, command prompt as per the Windows. In Mac we have different thing. In Linux we have different thing. In Windows we have command CMD. Open CMD and then there write down simply pip install library. You have to have the internet connection to install them. So this is the way how you can install the libraries. Next important thing here, for this particular library, when you're installing it, it will install. So why NumPy is there? Why we have to use the NumPy? If you are using normal Python, so guys, you have in Python math library. So what math library do? Math library will help you to perform the mathematics operations like math square root of 100 of 1000 or math dot sine value of 10. So this is what mathematics can perform for you guys. This is an inbuilt library. We have array also, import array, and I'm generating a array. So just see the syntax, okay? Don't take it that I'm going to explain in depth as of now. I'm just giving the example. What is the benefit of NumPy? So you have math different library to perform the mathematics operations. You have array library to make an array and print array. So we have array library to make an array. Array is like a sequence of homogeneous elements. Homogeneous means only integers, floats, or characters. We have random. So random, what it do? It generates a random number depending different patterns. So we have these, and we have other libraries also, which are already there in Python. But then NumPy came up. NumPy said like, I'm going to leave the dependency of all of them. I'm going to include all the mathematics operations in myself and will help the programmer or user to directly use only one library. And of course, they are increasing their business. Why that way? The more persons are using a single platform, the higher customer base, higher the value. And that is the reason the other packages, your Matplot, Cbol, and your sklearn, your pandas, they have this some functions in which they require NumPy operations. They are not defining any mathematics from their backend. They are actually built on some NumPy operations. So NumPy is that much deep. You can't begin to understand what vast opportunity it comes with. So I'm now importing NumPy, and just an example, I'm telling you that how I can perform these operations using NumPy. So you can have it print. Let me copy above examples only. So math here. Then we have, so here I'm leaving with NumPy. So NumPy also had this square root. NumPy also had this sign, and print NumPy dot random dot random. It has that thing also, and print NumPy dot array. Syntax differs. Syntax differ what you have written for array, but it maintains the same thing. We can write only -5. So you can see here everything is being printed out. There are other operations also that NumPy can perform, but you have to enroll in some course. Okay, there is a lot of information. We have created this NumPy to help you out in the best way possible. It contains maximum information on NumPy. This is 100% going to benefit. Please go to this particular link and download this NumPy. Download this file, or you can go here, and if you're opening Google Colab, download IPNB or .py. There are hundreds of operations available under this NumPy. So first thing, how to import it? Just use import NumPy as NP. NP is a universal abbreviation which is taken, and we also focus on NP only. Then we have how to make an array using NumPy. So this is the below example to help you with that. How to check the dimensions of the array? Is it 1D or 2D? So dimensions tells you how many rows, how many columns. So in this particular example, we have only single value we have passed here. So it is only single row. So in single row, how many elements? 5 elements are there, but no column. So that is why on the bottom you can see here, it is showing X has dimensions 5, 0, 5, null, which is no column, but in rows, 5 values are there. In this particular function, we are defining an array of only string type. So if I run this, string type array will be taken. But if I try to include the numbers here, 100, 99, it will not allow. Oh, it has converted to number. It has converted to strings. Okay, it has converted to strings, but NumPy has a feasibility. Okay, for that, only NumPy can do it. That will convert to strings. If I go back on the array section, here is my array. I'm taking here some string hello, and I run this one. You can see here it is putting an array. NumPy has an added feature that uh, I'm going to typecast that thing. So whatever you write, if I have strings, I'm going to typecast that thing and show the output as string. So higher priority is given to strings. Higher priority is given to strings. So it has typecasting other things also to strings. So this is the example what we have shown here only. In this example, you can see here a number of sequences have been passed. And because number of sequences have been passed inside a bigger list, you can just let me delete this one. You can see here in a single list, if you pass single element, only a single row has been displayed. Only a single row has been displayed. But inside the same list, we're passing sublist. So in this way, a number of rows have been created, and you can see 4 rows, 3 columns now there. So this is how you can work on it. But today I don't have much time for NumPy. So I'm going to share this file with all of you. Please go to this particular GitHub link, download this file and study this. Let me share the attendance link. We are almost out of time. And please take the screenshot. Here is the link. Please take the screenshot and write the same link. Write the same link on your browser. You will be redirected to the day 4, and please mark your attendance over there. And the link never fails. We can see a lot of people are actually started. Yeah, I think they have started putting the attendance. It's a day 4 attendance. So link never fails. Please take the screenshot. If you have missed it, please go a few seconds back, and it always works. It's a YouTube live. You can always go back. So that is all from my side today. Do you have any questions? You can write in the chat box. Do you have any doubts? You can write in the chat box. And guys, this is like if you're watching the YouTube as of now live, there might be live chat going on. But after that live chat, if you just minimize it, hide it, you can see on the bottom there are links available. And there on the bottom, comments are also there. So please write down the comments if you think anything is important, you need something. And let me read those comments today. So by tomorrow evening, we are going to discuss those comments. Tomorrow, NumPy, I'm going to cover again in first 15-20 minutes. Then I'm going to pandas, how to do the operations in pandas. And then on Saturday, how to cover a project, how to go ahead. We are going to discuss that thing. For networking, if your domain, Surya, is only networking, I would suggest please go forward with Cisco. I think that is the international company in networking. Only networking, computer networks. That means. So in Python also we have different terms. In Cisco certifications are there. Python, but we always suggest go with something like which is in budget. If you are very much like old and you think like you don't have time, and so this is the best way you can switch your profile by giving the Microsoft certification. But if you have time and you think like you are in just schools or about in colleges, go with Cisco. So it is like 1 year, but you will be only on Python. Then you will take 1 year to complete in Python itself, because the paper cost is around $200 plus. $200 very much expensive, and only job aspirants can pay it. Okay, so if you have good job or you have ample amount of time, you can go with Cisco. You're looking forward to some good substitute which everyone in India can pay, then I think this is the best one. I myself have seen my students have changed their profiles. I'm looking forward that every one of you also is on the same page, being my community, and we're going to grow our community as a separate. The attendance link is again I'm sharing. I have shared in the YouTube. Please don't write anything in the chat box for attendance link. Just scroll back a few seconds back and you will going to get the attendance link. Copy it. I mean, take a screenshot and write the same thing on some browser. It will be redirected to the RE4. If you have anything else, please write in the comments. Write in the comments, not in the chat. Write in the comments, and I will definitely going to come back on that tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. Please write the comments and let me solve it for you. And time is almost up. So thank you for attending today, guys. I take my leave and hope you have enjoyed it. Please give the thumbs up, and or if like maximum give a like. Let me come back and see how much likes I have got after 2 hours. Thank you and take care, guys. Have a good evening, good night.